Hey there, folks. We come to you live from the sunroom today, where I'm with my youngest boy. Come here, youngin'. What's your name? Louder, where they can hear you.
William.
Joseph William. And how old are you?
Not 4.
You are 3 years old, you goof. And I've got my middle child. Tell him your name.
John David.
This is John David. How old are you?
5.
You are 5 years old. Good. And what we have is a relatively unique musical instrument over here. What do we get, John David?
Trumpet!
It's a trumpet, that's right. Now, what we have is a beautiful, pretty darned early English-made case. I mean, this thing is very pretty indeed. And when we open it up, inside, as found at an antique shop for $175, we have an E-Bing trumpet.
I'm a Bing trumpet.
An E-Bing trumpet. Okay. Look out now. Set it down. I know. John David, can I close it?
I
You got it? Good job. Alright.
You buy a new way. You buy a new
The
way.
issue with this E-Bing trumpet...
Yeah, it's cause it. See? Can't push it.
Alright, look out.
Or open it.
Come on now. The issue with this E-Bing trumpet is that all of the slides are completely locked up, and the valves are very much locked up as well. And if you are a trumpet player, you know that
That's a
this is pretty normal. Alright, this is pretty normal. When you have a horn that's set around for a while, the parts do sort of...
I'm found a ring right here. This is a ring.
That's right. Alright, come on, give me a second. Give me a second. When you have a horn that's set around for a little while, it does tend to lock up in this fashion. And this horn was made in the very early 1970s. It's kind of hard to say exactly when. I think I looked it up the other night. It was a 1972 model. But what we have, all right, look out. What we have is the original sales slip for this trumpet out of that case, and it is from 1974. All right, this would have come from Greenville, South Carolina. It's okay, it's okay. And this original sales slip, the grand total out the door was $600, all right? $615 if you want to get technical. Yeah, there's a ring right there. $615, which in, hang on, which in 1974 dollars is an absolute fortune for a trumpet, all right? So this is a very nice
Trumpet.
professional grade horn that frankly has probably, hang on, has probably sat in that case since the 70s. It doesn't appear to have been opened very much. And this horn, like, again, if a trumpet that's been played, you can tell it's been played. This trumpet has not been played very much. Even the mouthpiece that's inside of here, if you look at it, it doesn't have much in the way of scratching on the mouthpiece. Like, you can see where it seats into the horn, all right? But I'm here to tell you that there aren't many scratches on that mouthpiece. This horn has not been played, which is crazy that you'd spend that kind of money for a professional grade trumpet and not play it. But, you know, here it is. So I know. So how are we going to loosen it up? Well, the first thing we're going to do
is burn it.
We're not going to burn it. The first thing we're going to do is hit it with some WD-40 special penetrating oil on all of the moving parts. Well, the slides, you might say. And I'm going to unscrew the valves and run some of my favorite blue juice down into the valves. Now, the valves don't unscrew. They are also locked up. And to get those open, what I have is some leather and very high quality, what you might call channel locks. Right? Yes, indeed, an adjustable wrench, if you will, or channel locks is the preferred term set. So these are Nipex pliers here, and they are extremely high quality, but very narrow. So what that's going to allow me to do...
Daddy, I'm gonna do it because I'm Asian.
Oh. What that will allow me to do, back on task, what we have here is a nice piece of leather. That's going to allow me to grip these valves and very gently twist them out. All right, we're going to put a little bit of tension on them. I'm going to hit them with a little penetrating oil first, and we're going to put a little tension on them to see if we can get the valves loose. And then we'll run some blue juice down in there and see if we can get the valves out. Then we'll clean the whole horn, top to bottom.
Top to bottom.
Top to bottom, and get it good and spotless, and see how she plays. And hopefully, the answer is going to be very well. So first things first, let's get some penetrating oil on all these moving parts, and then we'll go from there.
Away we go.
So again, what we're using here is WD-40 penetrating, okay? So there's regular WD, and then this is the upgraded variant, if you will. So we're gonna just put a little bit, trickle a little bit into all these spots where the horn needs to articulate. Now, we got to let this horn sit for a little while. The longer it sits, the better. All right, with penetrating fluid, you got to give the fluid a little time to do its job. So we're going to let this sit for an hour and then come out and see how it feels. And if it's still a little tight, we'll hit it with more fluid and let it do its work. So we're going to slowly let this work. And what I'll probably do is in a little while, I'll take it and I'll put it out in the sun and let the sun heat this thing up, get it good and hot. One of the good friends of moving parts is warm parts. Warm parts move better than dry parts, or cold parts, I should say. So we might put this out in the sun for an hour and just let it get good and hot, like hot to the touch. And that should loosen all the parts right on up as well. That's right. Put the horn out here. It's been sitting for an hour. I've sprayed it twice with penetrating oil. It's been sitting out in the sun for about, I don't know, 20 minutes. And it's warm. It's not hot like I'd like it to be. It's warmed up. Let's see what we got. All right, let's see if we can get these valves open. Oh, that one came off easy. That one came off easy. Okay, there's one. Nothing there. Oops.
Whoa.
Nothing there. Alright. So we're gonna gently. Yeah, alright.
Yay for that.
There's another one. Perfect. And then the last, oh, that one just falls right off. Penetrating oil goes a long way, and a little bit of warmth really helps. Now let's see if we can get the top ones. Oh, no luck. There we go. Little gentle pressure. One valve down.
One valve down.
Two to go. Hit against my knee. I'm not gonna really, hit it hard. I'm just gonna give it a little
Tap.
Little tap, tap, tap to work that valve loose, and it's moving. Just in case it's necessary. Always good. Plenty of
Two
valve
down,
oil.
one to go.
That's it. 2 down, 1 to go.
If it comes too
There
close.
it goes. There it goes. Alright.
There we go, Dada.
There's one slide.
Is there
Really
two?
nice shape.
really nice, but
See,
still got.
there. Do what, buddy?
But it has the green stuff on it.
It does. I know. We got to clean that all up.
Uh-huh.
All right.
I'm just gonna lift.
Oh, look at there. I was able to get this one from the end, and it came right out. Penetrating oil to the rescue.
Daddy, there's some on that. And Daddy, there's some on that too.
I know. We got to clean it.
No love.
That one's being stubborn. That one right there is being stubborn, buddy.
Oh. No.
Yeah. No, you don't want to put too much force against these things for obvious reasons. They are delicate.
Yeah, you don't want to dump one because it'll break.
That's true too, buddy. Now that I got this thing opened up just a little bit, I think I'm just going to spray some more penetrating oil on it.
And let it sit.
Well, for just a little bit. And that should loosen it right up. Because I don't want to hurt the trumpet. Again, trying to get these slides out. Trumpets are delicate instruments. Any brass instrument, you know, any instrument for that matter, these are well built. So you have to be very gentle with them. Careful, buddy.
Oh.
Alright, now, what I just did is I sprayed penetrating fluid not only onto the exposed metal bits here, but I also sprayed it into the bores on the inside. So I've got penetrating oil coming at it from both directions. So looking at the condition of these slides, they're really in good shape. I don't expect these to be locked up in any realistic fashion.
Now you won't know what is whips.
Yeah, it will. And boy, they are brand new. Like, you wouldn't believe how these feel. They feel like they're brand new. Alright, so let's let that sit for another 30 minutes or an hour.
Uh-huh.
And then we'll come back and see if we can get them loose. Because we don't want to hurt the trumpet. Okay?
Okay.
Alright, we'll be back.
Hi, Daddy.
We have waited another 30 minutes. So we've let our penetrating oil sit for another 30 minutes. So what we're going to do is we're going to see if this thing's going to
I had the idea.
come loose now. What, do you have an idea?
I had an idea. We could just have a knife and then stick it down in there and then try to wiggle it and then it'll just shoot up.
That may be true, buddy. That might be true. Let's see if we can get this thing convinced to come loose.
I'm just gonna put this cap on it.
Alright.
Like that, it's not screwed.
So again, we're just giving little gentle taps. It's moving. We have movement.
Got
See it?
movement.
Got movement.
There we go.
Ah, there it is.
Yeah, that
Alright, now there's one left.
one there.
One left. Ooh, that one's got some thick corrosion on it. Let's see if we can convince this one to come loose too.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, it fell right out. It just fell right out. Oh my gosh. Well, folks, we got a trumpet on our hands with nothing in it. And what that means, kiddos,
Clean time.
it's time to clean it up.
And clean all of these movements.
Yeah, that's right. So let's set all that down. I'm going to go and I'm going to wash this thing out with hot water real good.
Yeah, I'm going to take all of these.
No, you're going to leave all these here because we're going to do them individually. And once I have everything cleaned up, we will come back to here and assemble it. You looking through there? Is there anything in it?
Daddy.
Oh. You see John David? Here, Johnny, you want to look through it? All right.
I could see outside.
So once I get it all cleaned up, I will then polish it real good and get all this corrosion. Well, if you look, it's got what I would call silver toning. Okay, it's got Joseph. It's got silver tones on there, toning. All that needs to be polished. Not chemically polished necessarily, but you can probably just use this rag here All right. This is a LeBlanc cleaning cloth, and you can take this thing and with a little elbow grease, you'd be amazed. Amazed at what you can accomplish with a LeBlanc cleaning cloth. Okay. Hey, kiddos! Get off the case! Get off the case! It's not for sitting on. So, okay, John David. So we'll get this thing cleaned up, and then we'll come back and put it back together, hopefully. All right. So, be back in a second. So we have returned with freshly cleaned parts. So what I'm doing here is I'm just going to rub down the inner parts of this that slide around on the inside of the trumpet there. It's going to give them a good rub down to get them nice and smooth and clean. And then we're going to put some material on these.
This one?
Yeah, that one too. Well, watch this. Look at here.
This one means don't touch this one.
Now, what I have here is a LeBlanc Slide Ease, slide and cork grease.
Daddy, do you know this?
Hang on.
That's a little one.
We're going to put a little bit of slide and cork grease on these, because this is a slide in essence. We're going to rub that in. Hang on, leave it there. Rub it in, just like that. Look, you see? Let's do the other one. Just gonna rub that in by hand.
Daddy, why do you sit the trumpet there?
Well, we're working here, guy. We're on camera. Here, you want to come sit right here beside us? All right, look at here. So we're getting it all put together. And now, Jackson, scooch back over. Please, so we can all be together. Thank you. Now I'm going to take this and put it in one side at a time. And we're going to give it a little back and forth, rock it back and forth. That loosens it all up. Alright, then we're going to do the other slide. In and loosen it up. And now we can put it together.
Like that. Rub it.
And it's in. It's in. So, there's one. Now we got to do the rest. One I've just hand polished. You can see the shine. Here is one as it came out of the horn. A little bit of corrosion on it. These are remarkably light. Boy, they're light. They don't weigh anything, which is very surprising to me. My trumpet, the valves are much heavier, which makes sense that they'd be light because they would move faster, which is good. But interesting.
I'm gonna put one down.
But we're not there yet, buddy. No, that's not how it works. Let's see if there's any music in this old horn, shall we? mouthpiece is not quite right for me. We're going to try it anyway. I think it'll do. I think it'll do. I think it plays. I think it'll do. All right, so the horn is restored to a point now. Still not super happy. That might need a spring, I'm not sure. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through and cosmetically restore this thing a little bit. Again, it needs to be cleaned up. Hey, big man. It's gonna have to be cleaned up a little bit, and once it's all cleaned up, then we'll be putting this one up for sale and see how it all pans out. So that is a benge custom built Resno tempered bell trumpet from Los Angeles, California. If you keep up with this kind of thing, this is where they sort of went full steam ahead in production, owned by a different company at this stage, but an incredibly high quality pro grade trumpet, an excellent horn. All right, so I'm gonna say the horn is pretty good, and I will clean it all up and make it really pretty, and then give you a final montage of what we came out with.